anamna class 10 amadi class 12 tha you all have come across the topic current electricity, I believe. Khang ba amane, even if you didn't know, no problem. Class 10 na khang tre 12 the khang tre, at least you still have time. Sidagi no police to or khangoro. For those who know, khang ba singna you revise it. If there's anything that you missed, add it. Adu do hapsalo. So cái mà hai đứa zoom mà cái này introduction tàu được gì current electricity asi matang na khuyên này. I'll go for the basics first. Class 10 gi level digi police to khulak ko. So current electricity, what exactly is current? It's denoted by the symbol I. What is current? Flow of charge or flow of electrons through some conductor. And magi unity it's expressed in ampere. Symbol na A. Resistance stands for resistance ki meaning dikano. Opposition to the flow of current or charge. Magi symbol na R. Unit na ohm. Unit ke symbol na C. P dot D hai. It means potential difference, which is denoted by the symbol V. Magi unit na voltage or volt. Magi unit ke symbol na V. Fine. Then Ohm's law na koi am thena Ohm's law. No issues theng na mani da ko. It says V equal to IR. V means potential difference. I na current, electric current, and R na resistance now. See thing na ko. Then conventional current haibamga, electron flow haibamga. Let's observe this. If I say conventional current, so you have battery, you have a battery here, battery masame. And externally you have a resistor masame. Conventional current height, the current flows from plus side of the battery to minus side of the battery. Electron flow it flows from negative side of the battery to positive side of the battery. High with this minus. And select the I's. I goes from this side to this side. But why? Scientists thought current is a flow of positive charge, but in reality, when I discovered it happens to be negative charge. But why? Which one do we obey? So we adopt a convention. Convention it's more like a rule. Rule traffic light you all know. If it is red, you stop. If it is green, you go. If it is yellow, get ready to go. So we have a convention. See a color convention a traffic. Likewise, mami sign convention leiko. So although imagine a bulb. Bulb almost mind you have a bulb and you connect a battery. Whether the current goes like this, clockwise or anti-clockwise, or in other words, whether the current comes from right side of the battery, or whether the current comes from the left side of the battery, as long as the bulb glows, we don't care. That's wrong. TV or TV nikhalo, TV to lie. You have the news that you want to watch, the movie that you want to watch. We don't care in which direction the current came in through the TV, to the TV. We don't care. So, since current ke direction, it doesn't affect anything much significant. So we just simply adopt this as a convention because scientists thought this was a correct one. But in kona khanga kanda si oilera meba. Adabu sumaina chanahan greba. Adum kaigino it doesn't matter. Kaimta kenabule like it ramina. Direct me am igre scientists me am pass over satra me am pass over moi didum current flows from positive to negative khala chakre adu me am dum khala lalame -2 plus oiler me highlight tana highlight thaba moini direct me am do makuk tum e dim mathasani kaisu problem to put adum let's adopt this as a convention, as a rule. So si chana hangreb si chana biniko, so we will follow this conventional current direction. In short, what I'm trying to say is current ki direction say we say it's from the plus side of the battery to negative side of the battery. If you want, seeing is believing. Yeah, it should be something like this. It goes from plus side of the battery to minus side of the battery. Don't get confused. Externally, I'm talking about externally. It goes from plus side of the battery to minus side of the battery. So not internally. If you zoom in, the current flows like this. Minus plus from what I mean is externally. Plus minus from minus externally the current flows from plus side of the battery to minus side of the battery. Yareko? Sisa hana kang. Now what is this symbol? What the hell is this symbol? Sisa understand tokse. So to understand conventional current kang Ohms, so they at least know this formula. It says V equal to IR. Asigi in depth we will do it later on. Now let me connect a circuit. Asisa manna kango. Amang pasana kango. The rest, it's a piece of cake. Now say you have a resistance of 3 ohm here, and you connect a battery of 3 volt here. Remember, just like water, which flows from high level to low level, current flows from high voltage to low voltage. If you connect a pipe here, how will the water flow? It flows from the high level to the low level. Just like that, current flows from high voltage side to low voltage side. Keep that in mind. Go on. Height, imagine this to be 10 meter. Imagine this height to be 6 meter. What is the difference? 10 minus 6, which is 4 meter. That is the difference. Now, if you talk about, say, if I say this is 10 volt, in terms of voltage, I'll be saying volt. Analogy say, let the water be current. And the height of the water level, is na voltage. Difference in height, I'll say potential difference in height. How much water flows, that is how much current flows. Okay, see the high games. You can see, at least know that current flows from high voltage, low voltage. Now I just high conventional current. How does it flow? It flows from plus side of the battery, it's a huge plus, to minus side of the battery. High the minus to minus. Let me mark it some. So minus current goes like this. One line. So in short, current flows from this side to this side. This side is a high side. It flows from high voltage to low voltage. So before that, okay, always this symbol is called ground. This symbol is called grounding or arding or simply ground. So always connect a ground. On the negative side of the battery. This is the negative side of the battery. Ground is taken as 0 volt. When you want to find the height of your body, let's say how tall are you? Normally you take a reference point. Ground is the reference point, and you say, oh, my height is starting from the ground, from my feet at the ground. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I am 5.5, 5.6, 5.7, and so on. Ground to reference. Low enough. Just like that. We take ground as a reference voltage. 0 volt and low level. So if you connect, always, not necessarily always, I'll tell you why later on. Battery the minus side se. Minus some side says from the ground some over. So wherever you connect ground, now if you zoom in, see zoom together. Oh my god. So let me copy paste this. Give me some time. Let me get a zoom to I want to zoom in. Okay, now I can do it. Okay. Connect the ground or ground say arding or ground, connect the ground on negative side of the battery. Aduga wherever you connect the ground, pull up 0 volt aniba. The ground here is in touch with this wire, right? The whole wire pull up 0 volt la aniba. Ground is hamnabu wires in do pull up 0 volt active. So pull up 0 volt. Highlight so this whole wire is in touch. It's in touch. It's in contact with this wire, right? So the whole wire here will be at 0 volt. Any part of the wire. This is 0 volt, so it's 0 volt. Fine. Now the high load. I just said current flows from the high side of the battery. This side is the high side because it goes from like this. It goes from this side to this side. This side is a high, this side is a low side. just like water level, high level low level level maina ana battery ki plus side na high, mark that as H, and minus side na low, mark that as L. Ko L heights na plus lakani, L na minus lakani, si makhang yare. Then sondong last, let's observe here. Current is coming, current is my line, it's coming like this and it enters here, then it goes out here. Current flows from high side to low side. Cool. It's like this. Imagine like this. Imagine like this. Cool. So mine since mine chang high level just like that. Water goes from high level to low level. High to mine. High to mine. This side will be the high side. This side will be the low side. Because my just mine chain in this direction. It's going in this direction. So this part is high, this side is low. Go. Mark the high always as positive, low is negative. Simple. Positive, negative se has down cut the more. Yare. Now what are they? Now the what does this mean? Say the battery has a voltage of 3 volt. Meaning it's 3 volt high say any battery voltage high say it's nothing but the potential difference. It's a difference, just like the height difference. The meaning the let's write it. The voltage at the high side, just like height EIGHT, height of the water level. If I say you have a water level here like this, and this is this much high, mas minus wang eba, sinus minus later. Say this is inside the cable, this is 4 meter, and I tell you the difference in height of these two heights is 6 here, but the lower height here is given as 4 meter. What should be the LD? 10 minus 4 equal to 6. Just like that, voltage of the high side of the battery minus plus here, right? Minus voltage at the low side of the battery is 3 which is the given voltage of the battery. See, 3 how is a difference, potential difference between the high side and the low side. Somgi siga somji ki khena bado 3 tai hai ne. Yabra, and already some sides the kaida ground ga connect to na, it's already at 0 volt. Then some sides na 0 volt. This side will be at 0 volt because it's connected to the ground side, and you have 3. So what minus 0 equal to 3? Easy. 3 minus 0 equal to 3. This side of the wire will be at 3 volt. So 3 volt. When I say this side of the wire, the whole wire is it's a single wire. The whole thing here, we pull up say this is at 3 volt. So in short, this part of the wire also 3. So I do 3 la pull up. Then how much voltage will this 3 ohm get? Mana voltage pangdus can magi, what is the potential difference across this 3 ohm resistor? How will you know? Just subtract the difference. 3 go 4 0 can. This side is 0, this side is 3. What is the difference? 3 minus 0. Always subtract the smaller from the larger. I will always voltage of the high side minus voltage of the low side. 3 minus 0 3 tare. So it gets the difference. So this 3 ohm gets 3 volt. 3 volt. High within it. Example, something like this. If I say this side of the wire, this is at 4 volt, and this side of the wire is at 10 volt. Then how much will this resistance get as its potential? See, voltage kya phangde nebo. It gets the difference, potential difference is 10 minus 4 is it's 6, so it gets only 6 volt, not 10, not 4. Adugi difference here in my example, this side is 0, this side is 3. What is the difference? 3. This 3 ohm will get 3 volt. I hope you get the idea. Cool. I'm going to tell you. See, khang na bahana bata. See, mon khang da biya de. See, degi components register. I'm going to ta khanga kanda ani hum mari manga tara kun hapsal to kashina teba amagi basic phajana khangoba. I'll repeat it again in the next example ko. First so what do we do? I'll tell you the rules. Combine it easily. First up, draw the circuit and rub it off at the tire. Okay, first draw the circuit. I'll mark plus minus first. This is the batteries plus, this is the batteries minus. Always battery plus tagi minus from select some side the battery tagi plus in a high nico minus in low already. Mark this out first. Then current to magi resistor tagi resistance value to say this is 5 ohm. And say the battery has a potential difference or has a voltage of 10 volt current flows from conventional plus side of the battery to minus side of the battery, so it enters in this direction, it enters at this point. So wherever current enters in the resistor aduna high oideba, tholokpaduna low oideba. High will be plus, low will be minus. Simakang go. Now you're done with the marking I. Now connect the ground on the negative side of the battery. Here ground is at 0 volt, so wherever the ground connects will be at 0 volt. So the whole wire here, which I highlighted, this is a single wire, so it's connected with the ground, so this will be all at 0 volt. So I'll mark that as 0 volts. Here also 0 volt. See any part of the wire here, we have the highlighter 0 volt. Fine. Then now get that. Now battery to say. So it says 10 volt. 10 volt high is okay, no? The voltage at the high side of the battery excuse me, minus voltage at the low side of the battery say asi is 10 tani high neb battery ki voltage 10 high is 10 neb. So the low side is already 0 natro. The something minus kari 0 equal to 10 oita. What is that something? It's 10. So in short ground side na 0, the other side na 10 zo oideba. Ko kare adum no chimpa purukni 10. Now this whole side of the wire, this whole wire is a single wire, the whole thing will be all at 10 volt. So 10 volt, so 10 volt. So how much voltage will this 5 ohm get? Always voltage at the high side, voltage at the high side minus voltage at the low side, voltage at the high minus voltage at the low. Always subtract the smaller from the larger. So sin 10, sin 0. So 10 minus 0 together. Excuse me. Minus 0. So you get 10. So it gets 10 volt. Here I go. Sumaina. Sumaina Kango. I hope you get the idea. Go. Take your time. See the munna amagakta munna kango. I say munna kanga hargana tay tak, but it's very easy. It's a piece of cake. By the time we end this chapter, some of you will become electrician. Just pagi wari wani ko aduna si munna khangna bonus hebane asi khanga jatai di asidagi basic oina matang build up tawdone foundation se ko. So you know conventional current, it flows from positive side of the battery to negative side of the battery. Conventional current. Then how do you mark the grounding? Always connect the grounding to the left side of the battery, mark that as 0. Wherever the ground connects will be at 0 volt. Then the other side, the other side of the battery, at the other side, the other wire of the battery or other side of the battery will be at the voltage of the battery. 10 piramuna 10, 5 piramuna 5 tarani. Accordingly check it. Now the I hot ke tagde. Let's say you want to solve what is I value here. I equal to ohm, so the V equal to IR hybrina. I equal to V bar. Now check it. How much? See 5 ohm need let say. 5 ohms voltage kya pange 10 volt. So what is the current? 2 ampere. So the current in the circuit will be 2. This will be all 2. 2 is flowing like this. So mamang idun kya no. What is the I value? I equal to V by R. How much voltage can 3 volt is getting 3 volt. 3 volt resistance again, it's 3 ohm, 3 ohm. So 1 ampere, which is in the circuit. 1 ampere tai se duni. Ai ko. So I'm hot to simple eh. I simple the kitang lusal ise. Adu bukra khangzelo. Ko masi khanga kanda sigi step by step analysis haitara gadi any circuit ampere no idum sa thoma ngam gani. Adu digi foundation build up ton bo hana bani interis. Yare ko adu class 10 di kamain ta ise 10 gi level ta haita di sumaina taksin da suya ko. In short, if you have anything, let's say this is you ko, and this is long hands, and nangina ko ani sida ai sumain sa me. Say this is 10 volt. Then how much voltage will you get? Obviously 10 ko. Kantai ko ana easily amaka ko ibine ba ani or mai thing complex lake the complexity kha lake te madu do khangna ba ni suman high whatever. If you want the grounding here, negative side and grounding, negative side and grounding, so the whole wire here, the whole this part of the wire will be all at 0 volt. The other side will become at 10 volt. So this whole wire will be at 10 volt. So how much voltage will I get? Difference 10 minus 0, 10. So if you know my resistance R, if you look targadi I equal V bar, you can find how much current flow through me. Voltage is 10, whatever the resistance of my body, then you can calculate how much current flow through me. That's it. Next na component ani hapsalake adagi series ki concept chang bharani, series kaino parallel kaino chang bharani, adagi tam crack torokse. Don't worry. Ko. Okay, fine. See book torose aham basically ko. Class 10 ki level ko mane se entire 12 ki in depth chang dri ko.